Hey fellow vault dwellers, it's Angry Turtle, and yesterday on Fallout Day we received amazing details about playable ghouls and some details that hasn't been mentioned but showed on the screen, so let's deep dive. 2025 will be able to play as a ghoul. And what has been confirmed so far? Yes, ghouls will be fully immune to radiation and they will benefit from radiation, but that would to be expected. What was not maybe anticipated, there is more into management of ghoul functions than just being and becoming a ghoul. Yes, the ghouls will not need to eat, as it was showcased. I like how they did it with actual studio and real people showcasing some of this stuff. Yeah, there will be no need to eat. Although the radiation, there is way more implications. You can see character fighting here is glowing. It's glowing green. How you will achieve a green glowing color? Of course, you need to have enough radiation. So in case of ghouls, you are not fighting against radiation. You are fighting with loss of radiation, and you need to push it higher to get full benefits. There are other things that you will need to manage to have full benefits of being a ghoul. One of mentioned, you can start becoming a feral ghoul. It is bad and good. We don't know exactly all the side effects, but we know one thing. Becoming feral, like in this case scenario it was described, it will give you benefits to your melee skills. So you'll be getting some benefits. From radiation, one thing. From becoming a feral, that's the second thing. And, of course, the unique perks. So here, briefly, we can see perks equipped. Not all of them we can fully see, some of them only names. But what's important to mention, what you can see in here already, look, rat resistance is reduced by 100. So as a ghoul, you will try and strive to cut down your radiation resistance, so no power armor most likely for you, or at least not without any negatives. Like running the power armor will be hugely negative for ghouls. That's the first implication, as power armor reducing the rats taken by 80% on top of high radiation resistance. So that's most likely not for you. The power armor users, will it be possible? The blooded users? You cannot have rats. You will not be ever irradiated, so no blooded. Most likely not very beneficial to be a power armor character, but a lot of other benefits. For example, you have extra melee skills, arms of steel, radioactive strength, you can see that, extra crippling lip chance, consuming foods and drinks, 200% more rats, so all your perks around taking more and more rats. To keep the glow, you will need to keep adding rats upon rats. With a party, you can have extra bonus to special, so more special, as there is no unyielding for you. That's other thing. You will not be running unyielding, as that will be rather tricky. There is thick skin, radiation power, so there is more perks that we don't know. Unfortunately, on the bottom of the screen, they didn't sneak any. I was checking that. There is no perk sneak on the bottom. That's another perk. You passively provide glows to nearby player ghouls in your party when you are highly irradiated. So you need those rats. So if you are a glowing one and you have other ghouls on your party, you can kind of share the glow. It's very expensive, so I'm assuming the benefits of being a glowing will be significant. So that could cost 7 points, 1-star card to share the glow. And maintaining the glow, shortly, it's more. It will be more than currently maintaining a character that's not a ghoul. It will be more effort. Although you don't really need to maintain it, like you can just be a lazy ghoul that lives a regular ghoul life and all thing you care is just playing the game. In that case, it will be probably easier to play, but you will give up on all those beautiful benefits. That's how I see it so far from the presentation. And you notice, all those videos, the ghouls never wear power armor. And radiation power perk looks really cool, expanding small amount of glow per hit to deal 10% bonus damage to targets. Now the question is that multiplicative 10% or additive? If that's additive, I would rather keep my glow. I think it will be used for more than just doing a little bit of damage. 10% do not justify expanding anything if that's additive. If that's multiplicative, actual 10% more damage, then it's different story. No, the Fallout, we have now this game that most of the bonuses are additive, which in reality means they're giving way less than you would expect from them. So if that's barely anything, then it's not worth 5 perk point card alone, not even adding the glow expenditure. It's probably still work in progress, so those perks can change before the final release, but we have some first look at them. There is as well mentioned that you'll need to hide the fact you are a ghoul if you would like to do some of the questlines. And here we have another perk. They really hype it up, free cost battle genes. But I will be serious with you in here. You will not play Ghoul for this particular perk card. Let's say your character as a Ghoul will have, with perks and all the benefits, 600 max health. You will lose in combat half of your health bar. How long will it take for this card to regenerate 300 hit points? It will take 5 minutes. Will you be waiting 5 minutes in combat for your health to regenerate? I think I would rather just use a stim pack or some other form of health regeneration. This would need to be greatly buffed to have any significance or impact. Otherwise, it's a wasted 3 points. I like the graphics though, with those spare cards being slightly damaged on the sides. They did it really nice. And there are some of the perks underneath, but we cannot really see more. Unfortunately, they cover that well. And even on this example, look at this health bar moving. That's the healing, and we don't know how much health this person have. It's less than solar armor gives you. But by the way, solar armor in this topic, probably one of the best armors for ghouls. Very low radiation resistance, passive healing, more health you have. So I see solar armor as being kind of a perfect match for the ghoul. And yes, it was announced that you will be able to go back to human from the ghoul. So most likely with some effort, we'll be able to keep switching. I hope it will not be limited. I want to try both. I want to play human, I want to play ghoul, I want to try to be feral. Everything. Side note, what do you think about makeup of this guy? I think they made a really good job to make him look like a ghoul in the studio. It's a perfect costume. It looks really good. And that's probably the best card. I left it for the end. The brick wall. We all were dreaming about being able to play melee with immunity to stagger. You can get it for just 1 point under strength. This is the biggest, like the cheapest, but actually the biggest reason to play Ghoul as a melee. Not being interrupted when attacking with auto axe, for example, is huge. That's the biggest one ever, the brick wall. Now, the one question I still have is, can we have the same benefits from food as humans? If yes, Ghoul will be the ultimate way to play melee in Fallout 76. So being a glowing feral ghoul with a melee build and brick wall immune to stagger, that's huge. I cannot wait for that. This perk, Glowing Gut, indicates for me that most likely food will be still beneficial, even though you do not need to eat. There is no food and drink bar that was confirmed. There will be a feral bar instead in the same spot. So you will have a feral meter, not food and drink meter. So that's changing for ghouls, and it's looking so promising. Let me know what you are the most excited about. You know that I'm most excited about ultimate way to play melee, as well as maybe new ultimate way to create a lazy build without managing anything, like a lazy feral ghoul. If you ignore it, can you play that if you ignore managing the feral meter, or cannot? That's a good question. And now, as always, Thank you a lot for watching, and see you all in the next one.